All right, we're back. We've I think we missed 2 Mondays. I think we're back. Mr. Carter showed up today. I love it. We're back at it.
Is this a cameo or did your schedule change?
Cameo.
It's okay though. It's okay. We got a lot of news since we missed 2 weeks. I'm not going to go through all the 2 weeks, but we got the news. What else do we got here? We got a market report. I sold a book. I don't have pickups. I'm a loser. And that's it. So here, let's get the old intro going, and we'll get it started. Let's go. I gotta add an overlay real quick because I messed this up. I don't know why. Sometimes I add overlays, boys, and it just doesn't load for some reason.
You're doing better than I do.
I don't know what's going on. I'm not worried about it. Oh yeah, I can talk about that too. We can talk. I'll bring it up. We'll remind me, and I'll bring it up. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Let's go through the thing. Boom, boom, boom. We're just hanging out. We're doing things. Okay. So this is what I got at the beginning. I kind of scrunched these down. But I'll bring up the article too. But they're talking about Batman Beyond. So this was yours, right, Chris? I think.
Yeah. So the folks behind the art production person from Into the Spider-Verse, and I don't remember who's the other entity, but they were like pushing hard post the first Into the Spider-Verse and doing a Batman Beyond, similar concept Batman Beyond like live action situation. And so in that last one that you just showed, you can see Ink for anybody who watched Batman Beyond, which was one of the kind of more quintessential characters from that show, done in that style with Batman as well. So could have been something cool. They're still pushing for it. I mean, we're in a day and age. I mean, I say that, but this has been happening for what now? The last 10, 15 years or so of you get, you get sidelined, and so you leak the information and put it out there, and you're just like hoping that the new regime sees it, or enough people get behind it saying we want this for it to happen.
I'm trying to pull a Deadpool.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of the logic here is that they put this out there hoping that the powers that be, James Gunn and crew, will see this as an opportunity and push forward.
Yeah. Let's kind of blow this up so people can see it. Writer director Patrick Harpin from My Dad the Bounty Hunter and production design producer Yuki Demers.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. So
I mean, I think it could be cool. I think the fact that, artistically it is verbatim like Into the Spider-Verse could be a hindrance because you're going to have that constant comparison. But who
cares?
Yeah, true. I mean, the same thing happened to that Turtles movie to a certain degree. But it stood on its own 2 feet, so
I liked it.
Yeah, this would be good. At this point, they're putting a bow on the DC animated universe that we've come to know over the last 20 years.
Are they really?
Yeah. So, because what's happening right now they just dropped the trailer for Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 2, so it's going to be a 3-parter. And that will be the end of the Tomorrowverse, which was the subset of the DC animated universe that follows Superman, Man of Tomorrow story arc, and then there's the one that's the original DC animated universe that has like Batman, Bad Blood, and Justice League versus the Teen Titans and all those movies.
The kind of 52 Beyond type stuff.
Yeah, so it's all kind of coalescing into this Infinite Earths because you're getting references from the DC animated universe movies. You're getting references from the Tomorrowverse stuff, and so I guess they're gonna because James Gunn's approach going forward is that the animation will be connected to what's happening in the live action, which in theory will also be connected to the games as well. So they're kind of trying to hit a reset button on all that stuff so that you can get to the point where you can start telling new original stories again.
It makes sense. Honestly, the last couple I've watched have not been great.
The Bruce Wayne one where it's like all crazy, like kind of like British style Bruce Wayne. That one wasn't very good.
The Doom that comes to Gotham one. Yeah, the Lovecraftian ones.
Yeah.
Well, those are Elseworlds, so those aren't even part of the.
No, I know. I had hopes for those, and that none of them have hit well for me.
I mean, the only ones that I enjoyed were the Turtles and Batman ones of the newest ones for the most part, like the absolute newest ones. I just couldn't get behind Ninja Batman. That one didn't work for me.
No, I couldn't even get through whatever the newest one was, like the Westworld or something.
Warworld.
Warworld.
Yeah, Justice League Warworld.
I didn't even hear about that one.
Oh,
it kind of flew under the radar a little bit. It wasn't done. I mean, because normally these like correlate to a major convention, and so you get like a whole lot of advertisement around that, and that one just kind of like was an in betweener, and it came out in a weird way, and they just kind of
it just hit max. I feel like
So, I mean, it was promoted on the back of a couple of comics here and there, but yeah, generally speaking, that was not one that they put a whole lot of.
No, I tried 3 times to watch it, and I just couldn't get through it.
Speaking of James Gunn, we'll just lead into this so I don't forget this one. So Superman cast, they had a nice table read this week. I guess last week. So and they had a picture of all the cast. So that's nice.
Yeah. Is that John Hamm?
No, Dead Center. That's a guy. That's Jesus from all the. Why am I blanking from Firefly?
Nathan Fillion.
No. The back behind Gunn, the tall guy
with the glasses on.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, that's not John Hamm. No, that guy's hair is way too long.
Well, that's what I was thinking, but it really looked like him from a minute.
Is it Clark Kent, David Corn?
No, he's in the way back.
Yeah, I see Jimmy Olsen. I see Metamorpho. I see Lex. Mr. Fantastic or Mr. Terrific.
Is Lex the bald guy in back that's not Metamorpho?
Yes.
Okay. Homie does not look like Superman all the way back there.
Is that Sean Gunn? No.
Oh, he's hidden. But man, have you not seen the pictures of him? He's beefed up, and he already looked like a young Cavill. Jesus, he just like not even a change.
Yeah, no, he definitely put the mask on. I mean, he's got a hat and it's a shadow, but if you zoom in on the image, he's definitely got the face.
Yeah, he's the last couple of videos I've seen of him, he looks pretty buff. Oh yeah, Jimmy Olsen, I like that kid.
I mean, that kid as Jimmy Olsen feels like the perfect casting. It's like once it happened, you were just like, oh, this feels like this should have been here from day one. So.
He was in the Santa Clarita Diet and was fantastic.
Santa Clarita Diet. He was in Booksmart. Like he's been in quite a few things, and he's always hilarious.
He's got a good vibe for Jimmy Olsen.
Well, wasn't he also young? Like he was the youngest new Griswold in the that franchise continuation.
I think so. Yeah. He's a good kind of like he'll be a great comedy sidekick relief type guy, which is what Jimmy usually plays, or should play, not
in a wheelchair or no correction. He wasn't in a wheelchair because he got injured on that mission where they go to Africa with Lois.
I love people already. It's already. I think you effed up I think you fucked up in the DC universe. Like,
well, then there was the one in Supergirl. Jimmy Olsen was like love interest for. I'm like, what's a weird choice?
Why are we wasting space with Otis and Miss Tessmacher?
Well, Otis is coming back, man.
Nah, I'm good on that. I'm good on that shit. That was like the worst part of those Superman movies.
You're just waiting for a replacement for Superman 3. Can't be done.
Peter Safran's a producer, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's the other head of DC Studios. I mean, it's a down the middle type thing.
How about I wasn't thinking about this, but man, Gunn's brother was in Reacher too, right?
Was he?
Yeah, he was the bad guy.
Season 1 or 2?
2. He was wait, not Reacher. Not Reacher. It was what's the other one that
Terminal List?
Terminal List. Yeah, the Terminal List.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched that yet. But I was like, wait a minute, he's definitely not in Reacher.
No, it was one. I was like, what did I just watch? And I was like surprised to see him because you never see him outside of Gunn stuff.
Oh, who's the director for that Superman movie? Is it
Gunn?
He's directing it.
Writing and directing.
Holy crap! Okay.
Yeah, this one's his baby.
So. All right. Okay.
Oh, Peter Safran was the guy.
That was the guy who we were talking about. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Tim, thanks. That's not what I was thinking, but yeah, I watched both of them like back to back, and my brain got fried between them.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, looking at that cast, like when the announcement started coming out, I was like, okay, all these are making sense for the most part. I'm not upset about any of these. And also, I mean, like at this point, like Gunn's earned a lot of goodwill and leniency at this point to do whatever the hell he wants to with a character that, I mean, honestly, in my opinion, got mucked up with the verse, like the Snyderverse.
I gotta be honest, I didn't love the Superman movies there. I mean, I liked him as Superman, but they just were so, I don't know, so like
they're too dark.
They're Snyder's style, and
Snyder is a vapid filmmaker, and he doesn't know how to do deep.
I mean, he's all style and no substance. I mean, I made the comparison that Zack Snyder is a modern day version of what's his face? Jesus, Alien, the first Alien movie.
Cameron?
No, the first Aliens.
Ridley Scott.
Yes. Because they have the same issues. Is that they can build worlds and like they can make amazing worlds, but they cannot tell a story to get out of their own way. I mean, think about how many different revisions of Blade Runner we have. Think about what Alien became after. But I mean, it was beautiful. The first Alien was beautiful, but I mean, the story was
it wouldn't have been what it was if it hadn't been after.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to go with Michael Bay, but that's okay.
I mean, Michael Bay's kind of the same thing too. He's a lot of visual and the storytelling abilities. Kind of, like I think you started saying Michael Mann. I was like, no, Michael Mann can actually tell a story. Like
Michael Bay is like, he's gonna give you Flash.
Yeah, like there's a lot of people.
Snyder wasn't even Flash though. It was like trying to be too cool for Flash.
Well, I was thinking about all of his movies. So, I mean, Sucker Punch and 300 and what he did with Watchmen. Like all of Zack Snyder's films he misses the point. Like even when there's a clear defined story there that he could just work with, he kind of misses the point of the characters for the visuals in a way that just it always seems to fall in space. I can't think of a single time where that hasn't been the case.
I liked 300.
Yeah, it was a good movie, but I mean, again, like unless you give him basically, you're like, here it is, you just got to retell it, and even then, it's kind of 50-50 shot whether or not he lands the plane or not.
No, and I mean, the Watchmen, man, his style was good for it, but man, if he
missed the point.
He would have been just a little bit. I mean, fucking the comedian was cast so well. Some of them were Jesus.
Again, great visuals. Missed the point of the movie in so many different places.
I know.
I'm gonna segue.
We may as well let him do the Crow then, huh?
Sure, be great.
They miss the point of the movie every time.
We all don't know what the memberships do. No, I got to give something away eventually. I know Rick Dodson was talking about he has a bunch of stuff. I have some stuff I can give away for all the people who signed up, so I can do that. You get a sweet green name. I don't know what else we get. I guess there's perks buttons. I know if I've been dropping a comic shot talk early for those subscribers. So I can't drop content before. I mean, I can make this members mode for the chat and stuff, but I really don't do that. So if you sign up though, I will give something
work
away.
On it.
Yeah, I'll give something away.
We'll get the CEO on this.
Yeah.
We'll get a secretary on this.
Yeah, I know. Where's my lawyer at? Kills me. He's good at that stuff. Okay.
I gave you a Segu.
I'm not gonna be able to do it. That's okay. Let's talk about this. A little Borderlands action.
I mean, this has been a long time coming. I remember them talking about this at least 3 or 4 years ago.
So I have a buddy who's like the biggest Borderlands, like he loves Borderlands to death. He thought when I tweeted him when you sent me the trailer and the this stuff, he goes, "Are you joking with me?" Like I was like, "No, dude, this is like real stuff." He's like, "I'll be there. I don't even care. I don't care if it's shitty." So this one actually will be interesting. Because Because people, I go, how is Kevin Hart in every movie, Chris? Come on, man. You know,
I mean, I'm surprised, honestly, at this point. I mean, he definitely got, he had to lay low for a little while there because, I mean, he was definitely on top of the game. And then some comments that he made, and he doubled down on them, and he was persona non grata for a little while there and had to kind of fall back. But, I mean, he was everywhere for a minute there.
and then they got Jack Black. So is this Jumanji just in the apocalypse without The Rock?
Is Jack Black just a voice, though, right?
Yeah, he's just a voice. But
He's voice acting as, a robot or something?
yeah, the little robot thing. I didn't play Borderlands a lot, so I played
It's not one
10
I'm
minutes.
familiar with.
Dude, I haven't touched the game since I was in college, and so we're talking over 10 years ago. I remember very little from Borderlands. I mean, it's a post-apocalyptic shoot 'em up type of, I want to say third person.
I think it's first person. I can look it up.
Oh
Well,
my
that-
god!
I
I
mean-
played that book. I played that game extensively back in the day, and I don't remember how it goes.
Yeah, I feel like it definitely was trying to eat a little bit of Fallout's lunch on, to a certain degree.
It's appropriate they come out together then, huh?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
first person.
Yeah, I think it was definitely trying to capitalize off of the whole, success of Fallout at that point. It was just like, oh, let's kind of ride that coattail a little bit.
Yeah, he's playing this little thing. There's a little companion that helps him out during all the missions. Like gives him advice and stuff. Gives him stuff to do.
Oh man, Justin Shannon, I don't know what we're talking about, but I don't think I reported on the Bruce Timm sale.
He's playing Claptrap. There it is.
Yeah, but I mean, we got some notable names on this. I mean, so it won't be bad for their acting ability. Now, if the script sucks, different story. But like most of these people are pretty worthwhile actors.
Yeah, I mean, Twisted Metal was a surprisingly pleasant show, so who knows?
I'm so excited for season 2, even though I don't even know when it's going to drop.
I mean, this is kind of we're in a new era of, oh wait, our video game movies don't have to be shit. Like they can actually be good movies.
Unless it's Uncharted, which this destroyed me.
Yeah,
I saw that there was chatter of a number 2.
it made money, so
yeah, that's the problem. It made money. It was just fucking terrible. Like,
yeah.
I understand Tom Holland. He was like the it kid, Spider-Man, blah blah blah, and like Marky Mark. But it's like you should have just made like an old like Nathan Fillion and some old dude to play the old guy and Sully.
Nathan Fillion was too old.
I know, but still, it's like it kills me.
And he's got, and let's be real about it. I mean, like all of us like know who he is and appreciate him, but he's got geekdom cred. He does not have. He is very much so like a less successful version of the Chin. What's the guy's name from Evil Dead?
I would say he's more successful.
No, because I mean, how many movies has Nathan Fillion actually led?
No, but he's led like 4 TV shows.
I mean, but it's all niche stuff. It's all kind of like capitalizing off of his like genre sci-fi adjacent like success. But I mean,
I don't know. He's in 2 cop procedurals.
And again, I think he's getting to the yeah.
I mean, I think the man's been on TV on a show for I don't know.
So is Mr. Big
He
from
probably
Sex
has
and the
more
City.
episodes of TV than many people ever
True.
will.
But at this point, though, the only things that made it past like a season with him leading them were Castle, and now with The Rookie. All those other shows were maybe a season long, or he was on there for like a season. He wasn't the lead of when he was on
2 guys in a pizza shop.
I mean, he kind of worked his way in there in the later seasons, yeah, and he kind of became a face of it. But again, he was towards the end, so I think he was around for like 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Firefly existed for 1 season. He was on a season of Buffy as like the secondary big bad. He was on. Castle was his. He's popped into. I mean, he's been on things, but The Rookie and Castle are the only things that were like had longevity to them. To be real about it.
He was
Everything
in
else-
Cars 3, damn it. Okay.
I'm not saying I just would. I love Bruce Campbell, I really do, but I would almost argue that Fillion has had a more well-known career.
but I really think he's still a niche player. I think, and also, I mean, again, not trying to be ageist. I just think he's
too old for that, and I'm not denying that. Shit.
Yeah, he didn't get success until he was comfortably in his like late 30s, knocking on early 40s. Like, okay, so I used the comparison of him versus the guy who played Negan. Like, that guy had basically the same career for up until basically the same age, and then he was able to capitalize it into being somewhat of a film actor. But their careers have run the exact same kind of gamut. Like,
yeah, I'll give you that. Lots of kind of like featured supporting character roles, and then all of a sudden, hitting it.
Yeah, I mean they're working actors, but like I think only until the last couple of years have they become household names. Like, we as people who exist in this geekdom culture know them because they just happen to be on all the shows that we enjoy and like.
It's fair.
But let's be real about it, though. Like, I don't think my mom.
They're not Leonardo DiCaprio. They can still go out in public and not be.
Yeah, my mom's in her 60s. I'm pretty sure, knocking on. She just turned 70. I'm pretty sure she doesn't know who Nathan Fillion is.
I don't think she knows who Bruce Campbell is either.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, again, I'm saying that they're both kind of in the same vein. I'm saying that
fair.
we
It didn't hit me right. You said he's a lower copy of.
I mean,
I would say at least equal copy of.
I mean, Bruce Campbell though has had. I mean, actually, I take that back. She would know who Bruce Campbell is because he has actually had a movie career.
Yeah, but only like bit parts. Really,
Still,
he is. Fillion is James Gunn's Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, and Sam
it's his
Raimi
buddy he's going to put in everything.
And Sam Raimi is.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Sam Raimi is Bruce Campbell's, and
yeah.
Look at that. Fillion makes at least $100K per episode of The Rookie.
How long has that show been going?
That's on season 6 or 4?
6 now.
Yeah, 6, 2018.
Are you serious? 6 seasons?
Yeah.
Dude. And Castle did like 5.
Yeah, I mean, again, like he basically rolled off a Castle straight into, and I'm not shitting on the guy's career. I mean, he's a working paid actor, but I think there was an attempt there to transition that into back in the day when that was the move was to transition in the film, and he just couldn't pull it off.
Well, he's not the leading man. He's a side
Carter?
character.
He's a mid-carder.
Yeah,
he's a mid-carder. Wrestling terms.
Like Jack Black's not supposed to be a movie star, but he just is a little weird. He plays that side role as his role.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe with James Gunn running the studio now, and if you go look at his actual filmography of the films that he's done, I think probably 99% of them have been James Gunn films.
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah.
That's the thing. If nobody is going to you but your buddy, can you really say that you are you're a working actor, but you're not?
Flashback, I did like him in Santa Clarita Diet as well.
Yeah, also
he's the talking head.
Yeah. So good. I like that. That's good stuff. Borderlands. This is interesting. I didn't look at the date. Boys season 4 premiere date set at Prime Video, and I didn't grab the date.
I think it was the summer.
I think so too.
I looked at it and then I forgot, but I think
June 13th.
Thank you.
June 13th. Continued weekly episodes until episode 8 on July 18th.
I mean,
Intercontinental Champion.
I like that. This one's fun. Look at that. Boil her up. Let's go.
Dude, I can't even. If they don't do it this year, I'm just gonna.
You're done?
Get an IU tattoo and move on or something. I mean, they are the kings of choke.
That's funny. Another Kings of Choke. Here we go, Z.
Don't fucking get me started.
Here we go. I did put Ballerina in there because John Wick spinoff June 2024, but 2025, The Crow.
John Wick's 2024 now.
Okay, yeah, okay. And then
The Crow's 2024 now, which is
okay.
Yeah, they swapped
4 months away.
I mean, the movie's been done, so it's not like they couldn't drop it tomorrow if they wanted.
I mean, they haven't released a fucking image. Does that worry you? Yes. I had so much hope for this because, originally the whole Momoa one was going to be closer to the story in the book, and then the last thing I read yesterday or today was one of the producers or somebody saying, "Yeah, we changed a few things up, and the villain's going to have some supernatural powers, and that's either going to make or break this version. Fuck.
I mean, it's funny. I just got done listening to a retrospective of sorts on The Crow, and they talked about the movies that subsequent to follow, and what was supposed to be a fourth movie that didn't end up happening. That was DMX and Eminem.
No, that'd be the fifth.
Oh yeah, okay, the fifth. Wait a minute,
I've watched all four. I mean,
there was a fourth one.
Yeah, that has David Boreanaz. I think that's the fourth one.
Wait, David Boreanaz?
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, you're blowing my mind here. I didn't realize there was a
Wicked Prayer.
He's not the Crow. He's the bad guy, and the Crow is what's the kid from
Eddie Furlong?
Furlong.
Okay, so that's the Furlong one. Okay, so I was like, I remember City of Angels got a studio release, and then subsequently you started getting the ones that
Yeah, this was a shit show.
Tara Reid's in it, bro. You know it's gonna be good.
It was
okay, so wait a minute. What was the third one then? Because I remember City of Angels being the second
I
one.
watched the third one. I don't remember
The third
it
one was
well.
Salvation with Kirsten Dunst.
Oh.
Remember this one?
Who was the Crow?
Eric Babius.
Jesus, I do not remember this one at all.
I know I watched it because I made a mission to do it, but man, I regret
You're a better
it.
person than me. And then I remember City of Angels. I remember this one
because it was actually like a studio release. Like they actually promoted it and everything. Did the whole like big huge like Fire Crow thing in the trailer. Like there was an attempt.
Wicked Prayer was so bad it was good. Like you could at least go, yeah, okay.
And like I typed in, so this is how
like it was Borneaz was one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse or something.
So
it was bad.
I try to look at like there's not even like you said, there's like not even a picture or a story or a trailer.
Yeah, the only stills we ever got were the Momoa stills when he was like, "This ain't gonna happen now."
I mean, Skarsgård has a movie preview that just hit with the boy that killed the world or something.
Yes, or boy kills world.
That one looks okay.
So did Judge Dredd come out when the new one came out? Did that have any kind of hype around it? Did they drop anything about that?
A bit. I just worried that like they are not doing anything with this at this point.
Yeah, I mean, from what little murmurs I've heard from again that retrospective podcast I listened to, that guy is a hardcore Crow fan, and he didn't want to badmouth the new one, but he was like, from what I've heard, it's not looking too good. So
I mean, I will pay my money and give it a shot, but
is this gonna be like Wile E. Coyote Acme movie? They're just gonna show it because it's so terrible, like they should have done other movies.
I mean, it's been bought. I mean, it changed hands, so it's got to be at least worthwhile for somebody to have bought it off of another studio.
Better cover, Three Rivers. Better cover.
Yeah, I mean, who's putting it out ain't who made it. So they bought it off of somebody, and they feel like it's worthwhile enough to put it out there.
It was made in like Czechoslovakia or Prague and
Lionsgate.
Yeah, but but these aren't no-name folks. I mean, like he was coming off of
It.
Yeah, he was coming off of It. I mean, he had been in Atomic Blonde. Like he was working his way into being a notable entity, and he had he was going to ask for decent money. So at very least, his salary was worth something. I mean, FA.
I don't think he'll be bad. I think he might actually be a good fit. I just think they may have just, Hollywood got a hold of it, and the story is, we're going to get a Suicide Squad scenario. We rewrote it 52 times in 10 years.
Yeah, true. But the cast, because didn't Delroy Lindo in this as well, or he mentioned?
I think I heard that.
We got FK Twigs. I mean, she's in there, and she's got a career.
Oh, sorry. So we got FK Twigs. We got Mr. Big, right?
No, that's not Mr. Big. That's the vampire from the lead vampire from 30 Days of Night.
Yeah.
Laura Byrne.
I mean, the rest of the people I don't know, but yeah, there's like 3-4 notable folks in this. So
I don't know. Who knows?
I mean,
maybe
it had a budget of $50 million, I guess.
Well, I'm going to go with this. My expectations are low, so the potential to surprise me is there.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I know that like the hardcore fans, like, and it's funny because like, John, like you're a fan of the original source material, the comic, and I think there's a whole subsect of people who were like hardcore the the first movie fans.
I saw the movie before I read the comic. I like them both, but I'm like, let's not just rehash the original movie.
Yeah, I mean, there's people who were like, it's like basically don't touch that first movie because of the circumstances in which it was made. The death of Brandon Lee, because in the comic, like again, I've never read all the way through the Crow comic, but like the character was just Eric. He didn't have a last name. The character gained the last name through the movies, and they're like, well, Eric Draven is that Crow. Don't do that Crow. People are like, you can call this character Eric, just don't call him Eric Draven. And I think that's where people are starting to get kind of upset with it. It's like you're trampling on something that meant something to a lot of people with the Brandon Lee movie.
Dude, I remember watching that.
If you're not going to do it to the source material, don't do it, because at least then you're like, okay, we're gonna tweak it enough because there's enough difference there to go, okay, we're going a little more to the source. But if you're just going to spin it into another tale, then fucking leave it. DeVoe used to say the best thing they could do for the Crow is like turn it into a series and like maybe have a female led one or something, or have it move.
I mean, that was one of the premises that just never ended up coming to fruition, was a female Crow. I mean, we did get a series, Stairway to Heaven, with Mark Damascus or whatever his name was from Double Dragon, and
I forgot about that.
And John Wick and that guy. Like, I mean, they went really. I mean, I watched that show, at least a couple episodes of it. Him in broad daylight, riding around on a motorcycle, basically hulking out because they didn't have time for him to like stop and put the makeup on. So they're just like, oh, he just transforms into the Crow. So he would go behind a bush, and all of a sudden he come back out riding the motorcycle.
He does a Wonder Woman spin, and all of a sudden it's fucking Crow.
Yeah, I mean, it straight up was like that. Like he'd drive behind a bush or something, and he'd pop back out again on the other side within 30 seconds, and all of a sudden he's in full face paint.
So me being an 85, 90s kid, right? I remember watching this in the theaters at 9 years old, like a fucking animal, a savage that I was.
Thinking they're going to burn your house down?
Probably. It's fine. I was like, this is so badass right now. Then everybody wanted to be the fucking Crow for Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it shaped a lot of people's existence at that time. And, so it definitely has a fond place in many people's hearts. I mean, I saw the movie because I was a Brandon Lee fan, and it was like, this is the movie and again, so much of there was like, that's what happened exactly was kept under wraps. So I was watching that movie, and we were trying to figure out at what scene did the accidental shooting happen? Was it this huge, like the huge fight, shootout scene in the on the long table? And actually, apparently, it's the scene where he gets shot and like dies initially. That's when they accidentally shot him. That gun had been used and not cleaned for days, and there was a fragment in it, and that's what got him.
I don't think I knew that. I knew which guy shot him.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for this show. We're going to start tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I've been on a big Asian Japanese kick. I've been watching Warrior. I tried to watch that new House of Ninja. I didn't really like that.
How is Warrior?
Warrior's
it's good.
Really good.
It's really good. Yeah, I'm only in season 1. It's something not to watch with the kids. It's Game of Thrones-esque, but
I made the mistake of deciding to clear my Marvel back catalog. I'm almost done with Secret Wars.
Nice.
Or Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion, yeah.
Warrior's good, but unfortunately, this last season that came out is the last season. Like, they're not making another, not moving forward with it.
Yeah. Sucks.
Started watching Resident Alien. That's pretty good.
Oh,
my youngest was sitting there playing video games while I was watching it, and he goes, I gotta go to bed. You need to stop this. I'd like to watch more.
Oh, good.
Other than the language, but he's like, I sit next to you, Dad. What are you worried about?
I haven't watched. I started like the first episode of Airbender. I wasn't a big Avatar like manga.
I missed that one. And like one of the podcasts I trust for it, they've just. I was like, well, maybe I'll listen to their review of it. Hopefully it's not too spoiler heavy. And they've just been like just bashing it for like 45 minutes straight. They haven't gotten into a single thing that's spoilery. They're just like, it's just bad effects, bad everything. And I was just like, man, I was really hoping this was not going to be terrible, but it sounds like it is. It's not great.
That one, 2 dicks.
Yeah. Legendary publisher EC Comics rises from the graves and returns in the summer of 2024.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, what's really What does it really mean? I mean, like
Nothing.
I don't know, I just Paul posted. I gotta get Paul.
Somebody got the rights somehow.
I mean, Legendary, because this is the same Legendary that does Legendary Films.
Yeah.
Or sorry, no, I'm reading this wrong. Legendary publisher, EC Comics Writers from the Great. So who's actually behind it? Because for a second I thought it was like Legendary.
No, I
Publishing.
saw it. I don't remember.
Yeah, let me read it. Greg Smallwood's actually going to do a cover for Cool Universe 1, though. That's kind of cool. Stuff's really good. Hold on one second. Where's Paul's stuff at?
Oni. Thanks, Brian. I couldn't remember. I did read it. And
Oni Press still exists?
yeah, right?
Hey, I thought they got checked when
I mean,
Rick and Morty.
I mean, that feels like almost the blind leading the blind at this point. Like,
Yeah, Oni, there you go. Oni has become the official home of.
I mean, best case scenario, this is like, I don't know. Best case is you get some cool covers like Rick and Morty, or the Archie stuff. But I don't think you can capture that again.
A rotating cast of creators. Here we go.
I don't know.
Batman Down, Southern Bastards, Philadelphia, Six Gone.
I'm like, why do you need to call it EC? Just start a new imprint.
I mean, because we're creatively bankrupt, and it's just like, hey, there's IP in that. There's recognition value. Let's drag its dead, rotting corpse out of the ground and parade it in front of people, hoping that somebody will buy it. Like that's where we are at this point. As sad as that is.
You know who I would have got excited if they were doing it? Maybe Dark Horse. If somebody was going to do EC, I'd give Dark Horse a chance.
I mean, Dark Horse kind of sort of had their chance with the reprinting of the archives and stuff back in 2013. They just, I mean, they had enough sense to be like, well, let's just remake the stuff that people want. Let's not.
Well, but like they do dark well.
True, and honestly, let's be real about it. Like, I mean, at this point, what do they have still in their portfolio of properties?
I think it's just Hellboy and a few others.
Like they've got a couple like one-off Star Wars related stuff that they can still do, and then, I think that might be it. I mean, and Usagi, I think. But
I would give them as a chance of like publishing new stuff. Some of their stuff's good. Like,
hey man, they got Avatar. Okay, goddamn it.
You know what I mean? Like, I remember a few. This is probably 10 years ago when they did like they went back to doing like they had the 4-color books that were like a bunch of anthologies. Like they at least try things.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have been against Dark Horse doing it, but yeah, this just feels like
But they don't need to, because they already have a rep for it. But Oni, come on, man, all they got's Rick and Morty.
Yeah, really.
I don't know if they have that anymore.
I can't think of a single thing under Oni besides the Rick and Morty books.
Scott Pilgrim?
Yeah, when was the last time anybody read a Scott Pilgrim book? Like even the movie was like brand new. I think that drummed up a couple thousand buys.
There's nothing here.
Well, they were also they were one of the imprints for Clerks and Jay and Silent Bob and stuff like that.
Well, that was decades ago at this point.
Yeah, same thing with Scott Pilgrim at this point.
Yeah,
that nice new member. Look at that. I like to see that. Avatar, fine for me. Look at that. Look, one of us. It's like C. Dwellings, I guess. Dwellings book.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
I don't know.
They had some cool covers, but like I said, they're trying their own thing at least. Oh, fucking redoing EC. The only person I want to see doing EC is what's the guy with my brain's fried. The spaceman one, the irreverent space guy.
Is it a comic?
Yeah, it's like got. Oh god, my brain is fried.
No, it's okay.
Hold on.
It'd be hilarious if Jesus goes rips a line.
Rick Remainder and like Fear Agent. I'd give him a shot.
Yeah.
But on the sci-fi fantasy side, not the horror side.
Speaking of that, wasn't that option? And we've heard nothing about it.
Yeah, it's one of those lost in limbo.
Yeah, I think Mind Management also.
You're right, Dennis Chandler.
I want to say Fear Agent, Mind Management, like a lot of his stuff's got optioned. I mean,
Yeah.
after coming off of that one that was on Sci-Fi that lasted a season, the school, the assassin school.
Yeah, that was a decent show.
Yeah, god damn it! I read the trade bag.
Yeah.
Deadly Class.
Deadly Class. Yep. Yeah, they optioned the living shit out of all his stuff, and it just never went anywhere. It seems like.
Well, it could all be sitting around in production hell. I mean, anything got optioned in 1819 sat nowhere for 20 and 21, and
Writer's
strike. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Yeah.
Speaking of stuff, Naruto movie in the works with Destin Daniel. No, you're gonna weigh in on this.
How do you do a movie on something that vast?
I mean, it's the same issue that
with Avatar, right? It's like,
yeah. I mean, again, people seem to enjoy. There's somebody out there who have enjoyed it, but yeah, I mean, and you're gonna do a lot of trimming. Like me and one of my homeboys were talking about this. They're like, I wonder what arc they're gonna do. I was like, well, they're probably gonna need to do at least the first 3 to grip anybody. Because let's be real about it. Like, nothing of any merit happens until you through at least the first 3, if not 4 arcs of the manga. So
for me, when I was with Brian in Arizona, some little kid walked into the comic book store, which was very cool, and he was like, he grabbed like Naruto, and it was like volumes, I don't even know, 68 or some shit. He's like, would you have volume 1? He's like, no, you have to like read them online or buy them secondhand. We don't carry like every volume, so it's like you're gonna like he's trying to start something, and it's like he didn't even realize he was a young kid, 67 volumes,
Yeah, he's comfortably 20 years behind when this thing came out. So, I mean, I think there's opportunity there. But like it's funny because with the manga stuff like that, like us being like, oh, they're doing a live action adaptation. I was like, Japan's already done it. Like every single one of the big 3, and then some have been done, and they're usually very campy and hilarious. Like they're very self-aware of what they're putting out. We try to take this a little too seriously and do like the One Piece vibe. But I mean, I think One Piece is the closest that anybody's ever gotten.
There you go. 1 to 72, full $100. So, it's a lot of reading.
Yes,
a lot of fucking reading,
and it's a lot of space too. That's the shits ain't small. So,
no.
I mean, if they do the One Piece route, it could be fine. If they do even the Yu Yu Hakusho route, from what I've heard, it could be fine. But if you end up in Avatar or Cowboy Bebop realm, yeah.
And that was a series, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, this is going to be a movie.
Try and get something in 2.5 hours or 2 hours. Whew.
Yeah, I mean, that's why this is going to be hard, man. I do not envy this individual at all because, yeah, it very much so is. I mean, again, the first arc that explains his whole backstory and all that stuff, really dry, really fucking boring. There's one fight in there that's really even worth paying attention to, but you can't delete that story because it's the one that gives you the first glimpse of his true power. So it's like, well, you can't get rid of that.
It's like trying to do Pokemon, right? Like Pokemon the movie, like, but with all the TV episodes and everything, and the vast majority of everything, and be like, oh, where do we start at? And
well, Pokemon the movie just accepted the fact they're like, this ain't for newbies. Like you had to have watched the Pokemon the series for this to make sense. Whereas Naruto is like they're not playing that game. They're going to try and retell the story in a way that's going to be digestible for brand new people to watch it and connect to it. So that's where things start getting real kind of shaky because again, it's like where do you like? You got to tell his origin story in part, but do you want to be like just the origin and maybe like the first 2 arcs? It's like, where's this going? So I worry.
Yeah, this free shipping is crazy on it a lot. I think we can go media mail, right? There's no inserts, no ads.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, you absolutely can ship that media mail. There are no ads whatsoever in there except for more of the same. The next issue.
Before we do this last one, what about X-Men 97? What are we going to talk about? Just dropping or
I mean, it looks good.
When's it hit?
The trailer came out.
I know. When's it actually drop?
March 20th, I think.
All right, we're close.
Yeah, I mean, it looks really good. I mean, okay. it looks good for Marvel animation this day and age. I do like when I first started seeing almost a year ago the first like art takes on the character designs. I was like, this ain't the original one. Like it's not bad. But
hey, they got the intro music in it, so I give a fuck about.
Well, I mean, I watched like 1 or 2 episodes recently of the original, and I was just like, man, they put a lot of work in. But I get it why they had to change it. Like that was a really hard cartoon to draw because of the amount of detail that's in it.
Yeah,
everybody's shitting on Rogue because her booty's flat.
Yeah, I mean, also there's something weird about Cyclops' cowl. There we go. His hair and his cowl just something looks weird about like is that a center part or something? Like something about
something's different.
Something ain't quite right when he used to have like the coif like situation going on before. It's a little too center part weirdness.
Well, it's 1997. Styles change. This is the year of the butt cut.
And then obviously that was the best part of the whole thing.
Yeah. Which, I mean, the physics of that just kind of like, I mean, how does he just not explode from the inside out? But I mean, whatever.
I mean, hey, you can't. But yeah, I don't know. I mean,
also, Cyclops saying the line of "To me, my X-Men," I was like, I mean,
yeah,
not really your line, but okay.
So it was a wild time, 97. Wolverine's voice. The majority of the original voice actors came back, right? So
yeah, but I don't think Wolverine's original voice actor came back. I mean, also, even if he did, I mean, we're talking, what, 30 years ago?
And look at this. Magneto looks like fucking something from Castlevania.
Also, that we're doing the whole, like, Magneto is the, 100 or 101, or 100 going forward, where he becomes the headmaster, or was that 200 going forward, where he becomes the headmaster?
Did you hear Wolverine talking? I think I did. I can't play it because...
yeah, it didn't quite sound right. It's definitely not that original voice.
Well, the guy probably died.
I'm saying it's the same actor, but he do not. I mean, I get it. Like it's 30 years. Like for him to sound the same 30 years later just seems.
I guess it's original. Yeah, I mean it's tough.
I mean, 30 years is a long time.
Boy, I did watch the original series. I'm like, man, this is like just because technology's better now. It just it was rough. The goddamn animation.
Oh yeah, I had my kids watch a couple episodes and they're like, nope, we're out.
Well, I mean, they decided to go with the Morph version that ended up getting put into the comics. Like when they rejiggered Morph and made him 200 is when he becomes the headmaster. So yeah, so spoiler alert, that's what the big reveal at the end of the trailer is that he's reading Xavier's last will and testament, and it's making him well, it's not that he's the headmaster, it's like him leaving all of his worldly possessions to Magneto. Mm-hmm. So it segues into him taking over as the headmaster of the school.
Yeah. So I'll give it a chance. I just hope it's not as corny as back in the day, I guess.
I mean, what was corny about back in the day? Back in the day was awesome.
No, it was awesome, but I mean, as I look at it, it's corny, but back in the day it was awesome, don't get me wrong. It's just like watching it now, it's just like, oh.
I think whatever we compare it to is the problem. Back then we had shit.
Yeah, that's true. And back then I was young and I was like 5.
We had 4 channels and
pretty much, and
3 of them were like news all day. Soaps.
Last but not least, Sony's take over Disney's physical media production. So all that money lost on Madame Web, they're going to make it up over physical media. So.
I mean, of anybody who's still buying, DVDs and stuff like that, it's adult Disney people.
Like all in the steel books.
Yeah, like it's just not the same.
A lot of steel books.
I don't know. I mean,
these of all the people, like it's like horror folks and then Disney people are the ones who are rebuying media on every single platform that they can buy it on.
I still go to Walmart and stuff, or the bins you see with like the $5 movies or the $4 DVDs or Blu-rays now. Just like
I feel like we haven't let Carter get a word in.
What?
I don't know.
What y'all talking about?
This Disney physical media that they're going to take over. Sony's going to take over all the DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff.
I better see the cat tonight too.
Oh, I just fed her, so I don't know if she's going to come up.
Bullshit, man.
I know.
It's just bullshit.
I bought her a cat fountain that I showed off on
last Tuesday.
Yeah. This is what's making the channel huge.
The cats.
cat fountains. No, I'm sure Carter's gonna. I got a preview of the obviously of the market report. Carter's gonna. I feel Carter's gonna go ham on this one. A lot of good covers that he likes.
All right.
Okay, so let's get that going.
All right. There was a lot of Stevens books this week for some reason. Who knows? Whatever gets my attention.
Hey, me and Carter have been pulling up or we've been pulling up Stevens covers on the whole channel, so we're propping up the market.
I specifically pulled this one, 9/8 of the Airboy 5, which we had the Airfighters 2 on our last episode, the Valkyrie one, so it was kind of cool to see it. Let me find the other ones. I got to move down. These were just unique because I don't think I've seen sell for like this. So Deviate 1, Stevens cover, hand sign. So like a signed copy. He didn't sign a ton because it wasn't around when CGC really hit. So that's a pretty impressive for like an unverified just kind of signature. It's also a cover I don't think I've noticed before. It's not one of the big ones people chase.
Yeah.
And then where was the other one? There was a second one. I don't remember what the hell the book was because these are in. I'm sorry. No, it's because I don't remember what they are. Fuck. All right. We'll find it.
Yeah, I used to go in order. Right.
Yeah, I know. I think this is it. Maybe. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. This one.
Oh, yeah,
Black Angel. Another one. Over $300.
You got
wild.
that one, Carter? You got that one?
No, I don't have that one.
It's very Catwoman-y.
We were pulling up Alien Worlds.
Those ones. Those are like the popular ones. These are ones that are not ones that are on like the mainstream kind of like people are after.
I'm gonna do this. Look at this, Alien World #2 signed by Stevens.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
It didn't sell yet. It's still going.
Oh well, I hope that gets some serious cash.
53.
Is it the same guy? Same seller?
20s Comics? Nope. Maybe.
Weird. Where are these coming from? Weird. Maybe he saw these sellings like fuck that. I'm putting it up.
Flipside Tuesdays.
Well, I talked about last
but
night.
The signed ones are weird for all of them all of a sudden.
Yeah, what are you talking about, Carter?
That $500 sale. Like we were going through sales of Airboy #5
on ours.
On my show last night.
Oh, the hot box alert. I got you. I got you, though.
And we were going through just the sales of it, and then that $500 sale of the 9/8 had just ended as the show was going.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the ones that people. That's one of the handful that are like the iconic ones for him. Like if you say Dave Stevens says those are like the top 5 that people think about. Like those other ones were not in that category. This was pretty damn cheap for a 9.6 newsstand. High point FYI was $47.50 in 2021. I remember actually that was on the market report at some point because I said, "Why? That's a crazy fucking price." And then the world corrected me. And there were several others in that range, and now it's back in human levels. This is one that I can't see paying $2 fucking grand for. I mean, I understand Mario, Donkey Kong, but it's just not attractive for a slab.
Carter, they got a Mr. Monster 2 for $225 for Dave Stevens signed.
Mr. Monster.
Remember that? We looked at a couple nights ago.
Oh,
it looked like this. Hold on. Like that.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah. No chicks. Don't care.
Oh boy.
Ain't got no hoes on it.
Boats and hoes. Yeah, so I don't know. High point for this one was 3,500 back in the Mario hype, I think. This is one I'd heard of and remember back in the day discussing that it existed, but I don't remember seeing any. I don't think they're truly rare, but I think they're getting anything out of China is hard as hell. Like you can't export stuff out of there. So I don't know where somebody picked it up, but $300 for it's impressive. And then its partner here, like when the Bloodshot movie was coming out, these were the books to get. I remember Dinesh even talking about them, and yeah, almost $400 for this one.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know if they're rare. I just think, how do you get anything out of China? You know?
Yeah, true.
Love this cover. It's got the Agatha Harkness on it. This is in the high end of grades for a grand. I was looking around a bit and saw that the highest price sale for this was a 9.6 for $5,300 this year. And I think that's the highest graded. So I do love this one just because that color error just makes it so wild to look at. You kind of want to turn a black light on it. So I know we talked about this book before, but goddamn, Flintstones for almost $1,000. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I mean, it's a good looking cover, man. I mean,
I understand. It's just Flintstones is not an evergreen property. I don't think it's not Scooby Doo.
Definitely not.
There's 7 9.6s of that green.
Are there?
Yeah.
Damn. No 9.8s though.
I want to see that Flintstones again. Hold on 1 second. Flintstones 1, right? Is that what it is, right?
Yeah.
Is that Golkey, right? No, Charlton.
Golkey. Dell.
Oh, Dell. Of course, it doesn't show it.
It's a Dell Giant 4.
Dell Publishing. I'll have to find it again. Too many of them. Listen, I'll have to find it. I just wonder how many, if there's any 9.8s on those census.
I don't know if there's a 9.8, but there's definitely more than a 7. Little Miles action. Over $1,000 for over $1,700 for a raw. But this is the image, you know. This is the one to get. Mr. Miracle still going strong on the Kirby stuff, even though probably that stuff is dead for a bit. Maybe it's time to buy. I don't know. Rare Spawn, $2.99. Now that we're cresting $3.50, right?
Mm-hmm.
So some of the old variants, maybe we're gonna feel like, man, there's no way these are gonna go be worth anything. Time to grab the rarest of the 350s that come out. There's also this Spawn Black and White. I was trying to figure out, it says error. I don't know what the error is. There's no error, but Pop is 71 of 9.8 signed, which surprised me. And there's 114 not signed. It's almost 200 9.8s, and I thought this was fairly limited print, but
I had one. Fucking terrible.
I had a 9.6 at one point was my top.
Yeah, I had a blue 9.8.
Ooh.
Sort of like something.
3,200 was the top price on the blue, and 4,200 for a sign. So it's holding pretty well considering all the hype.
I couldn't give this away, dude. Like a lot of people would look at it, and then I had it for like 1,200 or something. I mean, I finally sold it, but like at cons, nobody.
It's one of those you gotta. I think the Spawn heads have just upped their game.
Yeah.
This one surprised the shit out of me. I mean, I get the shark cover. I'm a shark cover guy, but man, almost $500 for a 9.4. I don't know. I wrote a bad note on it. Damn it. Oh, there was the only other sale recently was in February for an 8.0 for $225. So I don't know if like just there's a bigger trend toward shark stuff, or if this is series is picking up. I can't exactly figure out why it's jumped.
So for me, I'll tell you, there's 2 9.6s, no 9.8s, and 5 9.4s. That's it.
I get it. I'm
just saying it's just low numbers at the top up there.
I'm also betting there's a lot of it hiding out there. This one, I don't know if we've talked about this before. You guys remember this or no?
No, I'm not familiar with this at all.
Yeah, okay. So it's a 96 or 97. I looked at it and then I got cut out because of the stupid picture. But a Max parody 9.4 for almost $500. It's crazy. I mean, I'm sure there's not many on the census, but because they show the census, but still, why are we paying for that?
That's a very valid question.
Is this a hardcore max collector type item?
The tax. Yes, it is. It's not that many on the census. This is top number. This is the only one. There's literally 4 on the census: 9.4, 9.2, and 2 9.0s. So
Carter, you might be digging for this, buddy. This feels like something that's out there.
The tax.
Yeah, add this to the old list.
I'm pretty sure I've come across this at some point.
Yeah, I don't know that I would even not think it's the max. Almost, it's so similar. You know what I mean?
I think it's got relisted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it looks like somebody might not have paid because that exact same image is back under that same seller again for buy now price now of just a hair under 1,000.
Oh, well, he may have canceled too and not wanted to sell. Who knows? Either way, it's crazy. And I expect Carter to have one within 6 weeks. Challenged.
he doesn't go out anymore. We talked about it.
Wow.
I got lazy. There's conventions coming up this weekend. Over the next few weekends, there's some conventions going on. So I'll be getting back out there.
I expect you to come out with one. The Wolverine. I don't know why they said the Deadpool movie per se. I mean, I get, but I don't think it's.
I've wanted this book so bad since Lake showed it to me. That and the white one. The white one's tough.
I think it's just a matter of people trying to get unsuspecting
noobs.
Yeah, I mean, or just people who wouldn't be necessarily looking for that book, like to have it pop up in somebody's search engine.
Deadpool 3 is the new fire emoji.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be fully transparent. I do it like if there's something tangentially connected to the thing I'm posting, I'm definitely referencing Deadpool. Like I posted, I think, an X-23 book, and I was like, Deadpool 3 ?
Yeah, I get you. I've done some of that, but just it's funny when you find one, you're like, eh. All right, last one is kind of randomly timely that I didn't know we were going to discuss manga, but the first U.S. printing of the English edition of One Piece, 2003, first print. It's kind of like a book. You can see the numbers as they, it's got the 1 through 10, and they get rid of a number as they go through printings. It doesn't have a date of printing of 2003. I had to do a little digging on it. One other thing that came out is they called Zoro Zolo in the first print. So I'm guessing this is because of the CGC manga thing is probably going to make these prices go higher because this isn't even a really nice graded one. This has got some dog ears and some spine creases. So I'm betting if you could find a nice one of these, you could make a shit ton of money. So that's it.
I don't have pickups. Anybody got pickups? I've been selling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been selling also, so nothing on my side.
Wow, not a one. Not even Carter. Look at us.
I sold this book. I'll show it to everybody.
I looked at art the other day again, and I held, but I was close.
Yeah, I sold this book.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We better just get packing.
Yeah, I got to do that tomorrow. I just do it tomorrow. I'm at home tomorrow. So
nice.
Yeah, I sent some in that big lot. I sent to Golden. I got some stuff that should be popping up in the once we roll into March, the big March. I guess that would be technically their spring. Their big spring auction. It's funny because I was like, well, hopefully we get a trailer for Deadpool versus Wolverine on Super Bowl because I sent them in my 9.2 copy of 181. So we'll see what happens there. So should be fun.
All right.
Tomorrow, me and Carter, we're doing 2 shows. That's how crazy we are. We're doing the regular show, and then we're doing a wrestling show. People hate us.
We're talking about Elimination Chamber.
Nice.
Tomorrow. Be there.
Yeah, we're so we'll do the regular show. We'll kill that, and then I'll make another stream for the
double.
Yeah, because people are like, "Well, you don't talk about wrestling. I want to talk about comics. Put on another thing."
Double hitter.
Yeah. I want to talk about this. What are your thoughts on Weapon X? I was like, it's FOMO Wednesday book of the month, I guess. I mean, I don't know, Cyclops and the fucking.
I mean, what happened to the old
That's the wrong guy.
Weapon H? Haven't seen him in a minute.
Oh, Jesus Christ! That might as well. Like that was such a cash grabbing moment in Marvel's history. It's like, oh, Weapon H, Hulk Marine, and yeah.
So Cyclorine.
Yeah, I read. I'll show people because they didn't really see it. Hold on one second. Let me go to the screen where I actually do it. I was bidding on a ASM 667 Del Auto variant.
Oh yeah,
I got it up to $42, and I got outbid.
Oh. Was it gold staples?
Oh, that was real.
Okay.
That's real. What's this one? I got it up to 42.
Nice.
What did we talk about? It was X character weapon. Yeah.
It was kind of like when the Action 1 hit. I got a bid in quick.
Yeah, So I said I could do it. I was there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Spider-Verse. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. They do have a special store variant though out of this one. It's a special store, one per store. Thank you thing. Okay.
That really looks like the old Spider Boy image from Amalgam.
Let's see what else. I think that's it. I got a little link I won't show everybody until after we go off the air. I'm trying to make some money here. Okay. So Tuesday and then Friday, I got a new episode of Comic Shop Talk. I can throw it on Friday. And then I'll try to jump on Carter's show on Sunday.
Nice.
Try to support the crew. If he lets me.
I'll always send you the link.
Okay. I feel better about myself. Okay. All right, everybody. We'll catch everybody later. Let's do this and we'll call it. So let me scroll down here. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.